Well, the extended adolescence definitely carries over in some degree, especially for us millennials, because we still really love Disney movies.
I'm a big fan of Disney TV shows, but same.
Give me the Mandalorian. I need it.
And one Disney movie that we recently got to see was Raya and the Last Dragon. It finally became free on Disney Plus because your girl's not paying that extra $30.
Stop trying to make Disney Premier Access a thing. It's not gonna happen.
But that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people that just do it, right? Because they need something new right then and there. Like, they need the fix of something new.
The only one that tempted me to do it was Cruella. I was about that. But then we were able to actually go to the theater to see it. It was a much nicer experience than just...
Everybody go to your local theater. I need AMC stock to get even higher, so just go do
it. Yeah. Only go to AMC.
I loved Raya and the Last Dragon. It was really cute. It was a different story, too. Like, I... so tired of Disney, like revamping these live actions, and it's actually like a new story. Really
I think that was some of the upside with the other one. My mind just went blank. The D&D one.
Onward.
Yeah.
Outward.
Yeah.
Onward.
I love that one.
It was a new story. Like, okay, the outline's the same, but the characters, they're actually different than what we're used to seeing. There were new elements involved. Like, and of course it's going to give us the children's tale of, you should learn how to trust, My Little Pony, friendship is magic. But it filled a niche, and it's really refreshing to see, the Disney princesses, they're kicking butt on their own. Moana, now Raya, Elsa,
Yeah.
I really liked not just that, but also, the message of hope and the idea of, what is it called? Kumandra, like working together. And I thought that was a really great message, like just be decent. Don't be a dick. Like that was ultimately the message. Don't be a dick. Just work together.
Yeah.
And
everybody is out to get you. Calm your ass down.
Bang's out to get you.
At the very end of the credits.
What did she call her?
Oh my god!
What did she call her? A Benchari? And I was like,
Benchuri.
Did she just call her a bitch?
I think so. I think that was their word for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like the show. So for one, I don't get the whole I don't remember offhand. Did they bring back the Snoo dragon?
What are you talking about?
Snoola, the dragon in the whole show.
Suzu. Yeah.
Suzu.
Yeah.
They brought her back, right?
Okay. Yeah, they brought Suzu back.
But when that chick shoots her with a crossbow, spoiler alert, everybody. But when she shoots her with a crossbow, I was like, "Fuck this bitch." And then,
but she probably wouldn't have shot her if Raya didn't run towards her with the sword.
You know what? If she didn't have a crossbow pointed at her, she wouldn't have shot her either. How about that?
Yeah, I had to say, but Peach had the best thing to say at that moment.
She wasn't practicing. She wasn't practicing safe trigger practices. She had her finger on the trigger. That's not safe trigger practices. What's wrong with her? Did nobody teach you?
I'm like half crying. I'm like, how dare you make that joke right now?
So in that moment, why would Raya do anything but mistrust her, right? Like,
exactly.
She's lied and backstabbed Raya her entire life. Because of this chick, the whole world is plunged into darkness. And you're like, oh, now she's betrayed us and pointing a crossbow at us. I should just trust her. It's like, nah.
Redemption.
Redemption. There's always a choice. You always have a choice between right and wrong. and you have a choice to redeem yourself in that.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Save trigger, it's
opposed to
cool.
her having her redemption moment, right? But I don't think through the story she earned the right to save the world. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
Ryo went through all of this shit, right? She found the last dragon. She gathered all the stones just to show up at the end, and this bitch that fucking ruined everything
She did
It's
1% of the
Venturi.
work.
saves the world. It was just
She was
yeah,
the
it was.
person in a group project.
Oh my god.
She was the presenter. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think the story would have been it would have been a better ending if the chick from Fang went, I need to make up for everything I've done. I trust that you'll save the world, Raya. Hands her the stone and then turns to stone instead of the
I
opposite.
agree.
Yeah.
That would have been a more powerful message, I think.
Yeah.
That would have been a better redemption than her almost even saying her fucking it all up in the long run. And she almost didn't even save the world.
Right?
He almost ran again.
Ryzen,
Well-
that'd be Austria. Austria, we go live in Austria. We're close enough to all my favorite countries.
Well,
But yeah, no,
So-
that the little kid cook killed me.
Right?
Aw, he was so
He was so
cute.
cute.
mhm.
I
Nah.
really like Tong, the big guy from Spine.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
He was nice.
name's Noe. Did you just not read her collar?
That's who I
did
like.
I think it was
The
cute
girl.
that like he lost his young children, so of course he just falls into the nanny role.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was cute.
I really enjoyed the baby Noi, right? That was the name of the collar.
Mhm.
Noi with her
Mhm.
family of baboons or whatever they were.
Monkey family.
Monkey family.
The Khan family.
Hmm.
When they're discussing their tactic to get into the Fang Temple, I really liked the style that they used. Like, it was almost like a comic style of art. And I would love to see a whole movie like that. I think it'd be really cool. Probably very expensive, but very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. What else is coming out on
so-
Disney Plus?
Loki. Have you guys watched it?
Yes. Yeah.
We watched
Yeah.
it the day after it came out, so we were pretty excited.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, but I finally recognized Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, I have a button
would've
for
been
this.
Wow.
It's so weird to see him in that role.
Hmm.
It fits him, but then you're like, that's Owen Wilson. Like, it's weird.
Ryzen, we already did this when we hit 50 subs.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
definitely pitch Peach for 2 billion.
Oh, yeah, Ryzen. You'd see me with two black eyes. She hit me twice just to make sure.
That's 4 billion.
I wouldn't even cause an indention.
But yeah, no, I liked Loki for what it was. And so there's the two ways I see it turning out. Either they're gonna play all the time variants and then wipe it all clean at the end. Like this whole thing was a variant. Or they're actually gonna introduce the Time Bureau into the Marvel universe.
I'm excited. Nonetheless, this is something new. I didn't think I'd be excited for Phase 4, but I very much am. But one of the biggest things that really stood out to me is when the TVA announced Loki instead of Odinson as Lifu-san.
Mhm.
Like
He's a frost giant. That's his dad. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that was his dad. I love how they really kept going with what happened in Endgame when Loki announced himself. Like he accepted Odinson's family as his family, but
that
said that he was the
happened
one.
yet.
Oh yeah,
So this is taking place in 2012.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
so for
left-
Loki, yeah.
He sees it in the film.
yeah.
He
But I
sees
like
in
how
the film
they
that
kept
all
that.
his wishes come true.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how Owen Wilson gave him Mobius gave him sneaky therapy. Like he didn't even know that he was in a therapy session at that moment. And I'm just like, you know what? This is amazing growth for him. Yes, get that therapy. It just goes to show you that everybody, even gods, could benefit from therapy.
Even
Just a little
Loki, the
bit.
god of mischief.
Okay, so not to spoil anything, but have y'all figured out who the bad guy is yet?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
tell us
it's
at the end.
himself.
Or herself?
Or
Oh, that's right.
So, yeah, everybody believes that it's the female Loki is going to be the bad guy.
That makes sense because
Ooh.
Loki is very fluid. I mean, Hel is his
in
daughter.
The breakdown of everything when they show all his, like his age, his hairstyle, and it says gender fluid in the show.
Mhm.
I heard that. So that's one of the leading rumors that is going to be the female one. Plus, in all the promotional material, all the clips they showed, it's him with a woman. So who else would it be?
oh, I didn't even realize that. Did you guys watch the legacy videos? I really like how Marvel does that.
No,
Those
we didn't watch it for that.
it's like 5 minutes each, and there's like 3 of them, and it kind of gives you a brief recap in case you don't have 30 hours to watch all the Marvel movies again.
Yeah. It like runs
No,
you
but
down
I've
through their
definitely-
storyline or wherever they were included. Go ahead.
I mean, I've enjoyed WandaVision. I enjoyed Winter Soldier and Falcon for. I mean, there was the few issues during it that we all noticed, right? But I think that was the storyline itself being changed so rapidly at the end.
Mhm.
But it was really good. I mean, it ended well. So I think I'm curious to see how Loki ends because Kevin Feige said Loki is going to have more effect on the Marvel universe than anything else
Ooh.
to this point. So
Oh.
you
Well,
know
the
that
thing that I've seen people point out is just like the inconsistent, like the time variant, the leader people.
TVA.
Yeah, like the elders when like they step into like middle. Like a lot of people have like in the Facebook groups I'm in, they've been going back and forth of, oh well, if they're stepping in for this, why didn't they step in for that, or why didn't they do this
sacred
or
timeline.
whatever. Yeah.
They they say they do everything so they get a certain outcome because they've looked at all the multiverses, like what would happen.
Yeah.
Everything happens
So
for
it's
their
like meant
divine
to
purpose.
happen.
Yeah. Like they bring it up. Why did they allow the Avengers to time travel? Well, because that was planned. That was
Yeah.
meant to happen. I just
Interested to
I
see what
think it's gonna
happens.
end. I think it's gonna end well, but also I'm hoping that he teams up with female Loki and they wreck the sacred timeline, and then that leads into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
That.
Ooh,
Yeah. I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So does that mean that? Does that mean that the Loki and Doctor Strange's new movie are going to tie in the X-Men timeline? Because technically, X-Men was split up into 2 timelines. After.
Yeah, I mean that's the question. There, it's gonna open that door definitely.
Mhm. Like the timeline with Deadpool is completely different than the original 3 X-Men movies.
I thought it was the opposite. Deadpool timeline ties in with the timeline of the first 3. That's why Colossus is the same one from the first 3 movies.
No, it's the First Class and the follow-up to First Class. Then from there, it breaks out into Logan, which the 3 Logan movies are in 2 different timelines. Logan and Wolverine are on the timeline with the original X-Men movies, and then Old Man Logan is on the second timeline with Deadpool.
Yeah, because I
And
thought Old Man Logan takes place with the second Wolverine movie where he goes to Japan because he gets the antimanium take out of him.
It was just in his hands, but he
No.
has the adamantium again in that one. And it was also confirmed in the original Deadpool movie. When Colossus is carrying him after the whole street scene, you can hear Deadpool say, "Man, this whole 2 timeline thing is getting real tricky."
The Colossus of Clout? Just
The
kidding.
Colossus.
Sandlot reference.
So anyway,
I got
that
the
wraps up it.
No, we have some other shows we're looking forward to.
What
Well,
other
then
shows are
say
you looking
it.
forward to?
Well, Dave is making a comeback. Dave
Hey,
is
that's
a
Dave.
show. Hi, I'm Dave. Little Dicky. Sorry. He is a rapper. He goes by the name Little Dicky. His songs are interesting, and he has a show about becoming a rapper, and it was pretty good. So the last we ended on that I can remember was him and his girl broke up at that wedding, and then I think that's how we get the song. And I don't know. I'm just speculating wildly there. And then another show coming up on the 13th is not The Witcher. Actually, we'll come back to that. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's coming out. I saw an ad on TikTok the other day where it was summer, and there's like a trend on TikTok. It's like, tell me you're blank without telling me you're blank. So like, tell me you're a millennial without. But she said, tell me you're a Rick and Morty fan without you're a Rick and Morty fan. I'll go first. And then she stops and says, obviously I'm a Rick and Morty fan. I carry this tangent.
It was fucking hilarious.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Rick and Morty, and I think it will be on HBO because they bought it. And then for The Witcher, Spartan, I did see that there's going to be possibly a spin-off, I believe, of The Witcher, but not
they're
quite
gonna
the
milk
Witcher
that.
timeline.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
Alan's read the beginning, like the prequels to what we saw on the show, and there's a lot of story and lore there. So for sure.
and compared to the books, like the show holds up, like almost to the detail. Almost there are certain things that are removed or left out or changed for effect or for flow of the show, but it's pretty much like right there. I'm excited to see what the spinoff is, but I think they're gonna cover the next prequel book, and then after that, we're gonna go into the adventures of Ciri and Geralt.
Yeah, because I think we've only gotten the teaser trailer for now, but we should be getting a date for it here in the next 2 months or so.
It's time for a rewatch anyway.
Yeah. Toss a coin to your Witcher, boys. Girls.
A Valley of Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Valley, plenty.